I already know what it is, man. It's your boy Wavy Boy here, man, with another Eagle Talk, man. And this is how we do it after another W, man. And we're just going to go ahead and talk about a few things. So if you go ahead and pull your chair up a little bit closer, man, so that we can bless you with this knowledge, bless you with this thought process behind that great win. I want to go ahead and get right into it right about now. I think it was a very worthy game, worth watching. I talk my shit, but in respect to football, I think it was a really good football game, fun to watch, uh, more entertaining than a lot of the other games that be on right now. Physical, old school style football. You got CeeDee Lamb. He had a monster game. He had 11 receptions for 192 yards. He didn't get in the end zone, but it's cool. I mean, a lot of people talk about the yards that he had, but they not realizing that this man. I saw this man running out of the backfield. I mean, he was all over the field. So, much respect to somebody willing to play all those different positions on the field, just trying to get yards and help their team win. When it comes down to playing the Eagles, man, we what do you want us to do, man? What do you want us to do, man? We're gonna win. You know what I mean? We're gonna fly high. We're gonna get our we're gonna get the crowd into it. It was a home game. Really proud of my birds, man. Jalen Hurts playing out there out of his mind in the second half, got hurt in the first half, um, took a helmet to the knee. But my dog bounced back. One thing I want to say, man, um, if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm definitely sitting back like, man, Jalen Hurts is worth penny, every every dollar. Matter of fact, he's worth more. Anybody willing to put their life out there on the line for their team and then still come out with the victory, leading their soldiers like a true general to a win like that deserves the Brinks truck being backed up to the house. You already know what it is, man. Even Jalen Hurts got in the end zone. And I mean, he had 10 carries on the day with a bum knee, 36 yards still, averaging three over 3.5 yards per carry, and still got in the end zone for a touchdown, of course, through the tush push. Can't hate on the tush push. That's just what it is. I ain't even about to talk about that no more. You got this dude, Jake Ferguson. I ain't never heard of this dude until this game, but he went off a little bit with 7 receptions. One thing I kept seeing is they've been attacking the middle of the field. For the last 2 years on our defense, it seems like our soft spot been in the middle of the field. Whenever teams did try to come out and try to attack us, they would always attack us in the middle of the field. So I'm still trying to understand what's the final verdict on who's going to step up and really take over the middle of the field as a middle linebacker, man. So far, N'Kobe Dean's been banged up throughout some of these games. Morrow's been in there. Actually, Zach Cunningham played a really good game last night. He had a few great tackles in crucial situations. So I do want to go ahead and show respects out there to Zach Cunningham. Outside, it's a great team win. It's not going to look gaudy in the stats. In the stat column, I know everybody wants us to go out there and blow out Dallas, but you got to give respect to Dallas. Even though we talk a lot of shit, Dallas is still a good team. They got a lot of all stars on that defense. I think Gilmore played a really good game in respects to him trying to hold AJ Brown down. I think they did. They shut him down actually. So, in my opinion, they shut him down. I mean, some people would say they didn't really shut him down, but the AJ Brown I know, with 9 targets, 7 receptions, and 66 yards, I'm pretty sure, even though he got in the end zone along with Devontae Smith with a hell of a catch, I still feel like that's a shutdown game. You know what I mean? Yeah, he came in crucial times, crucial catches, and clutch moments. We all know what he is capable of. I want to see more from our secondary. Our secondary, I feel like we're just missing a key piece. I'm not sure if it's going to be Roby when he comes back off an injury, when he gets in the slot. I've been seeing Bradbury get burnt. I mean, for the last few games, and it's like it sucks to have to think about it, but at the end of the day, I'll be like, man, it's almost time to move on from Bradbury, man. He's a strong, physical, kind of taller cornerback, so he does help out on the other side, on the opposite side of big play Slay. But at the end of the day, he's been getting burnt. He's been getting burnt to a crisp. And I'm trying to see who else is going to step out there and maybe take over that role. And even if we got to move Bradbury, I mean, even if Bradbury got to start learning, I mean, I would hate to say Bradbury will have to try to start doing some safety work because he's not as fast, but he can still cover. He can still bring physicality to his defensive style of play. But I'm not sure if he can hold that safety spot down. I'm excited. We're gonna break more stuff down as the week progress. I'm gonna rewatch some of this stuff, man. But I just gotta go ahead and tip my cap off to my birds. You already know what it is. This bird gang. We 8-1 right now. I don't see nobody in the future stopping us, man. You can I don't care about the names on the jerseys, on the back of the jerseys. I don't care about the logos and what city the teams come from. They still got to come to our house, or we still gonna come bring the noise to their house. That's just what we do this season, man. It's her season still, and always. Next game, next play, off the bye, everybody gonna be rested. Hopefully, we get more defensive strength back in the rotation in the lineup. It was a big day for Brandon Graham. Man, shouts out to Brandon Graham out there, man. Like they say 35 or whatever it is old, but obviously, a lot of us that are in the 30 plus, you know, I get it. You play football, your body feels a certain way, but at the end of the day, you can still move around. And he showed you last night that yeah, you can still get pressure on the quarterback at 35 as long as you're taking care of yourself and then practicing your techniques and stuff like that. So, big shouts out to the defense once again. Hassan Reddick with the sack. Um, BG with a sack. I saw a lot of pressure from Jalen Carter, our rookie. Hopefully, our defensive rookie of the year. He's trending that way for sure. Fletcher Cox went out on the injury, came back in. Big play went out with an injury, came back in. Even Bradbury came out with an injury and came back in. That's the type of resiliency that a championship team needs. A championship team don't have no quit in them. Jalen Hurts coming back, you know, like nothing happened. My dog went in the locker room, got a little IV, came right back like nothing happened. Went out there and showed up and showed out for his team. And that's the type of leadership that you need to win a championship as a football team. I'm really, really proud of my team. It was a big win. It was a Sunday afternoon. The game could have probably went on a prime time. It probably would have been more intense if it was prime time at nighttime, like 8 or whatever the case may be. Needless to say, awesome game, best game of the week, hands down. Shouts out to everybody in the Eagles for organization, how we did it again, put a good team together. As you can see, we got a bunch of monsters out there. We got Goddard. Hopefully, he has a speedy recovery. Went out with the arm injury. I think he had an arm fracture, but I think he's going to be just fine going forward when he gets back, right? And if he doesn't return this season, which probably I don't know, you know how these things work, it's okay because just like I called it, that I can't say his name, but that damn tight end that we got from Denver, he should be something. He's a very athletic, tall tight end. Hopefully we can get him in there because I don't really want to see those other guys out there trying to catch the ball. We saw last season what that looked like. Didn't really look good at all. Kind of scared me a little bit. Even when Jalen Hurts went down and I thought we were going to see Mariota, I was a little scared, even though I was like, yo, we got Marcus Mariota. I love Marcus Mariota. As everybody knows me, I love the I picked Oregon against Colorado. I'm a big Oregon fan, always have been. So I always follow people like Herbert and Mariota. Like these are guys that I always kept up with that went to the University of Oregon. So at the end of the day, man, once again, Eagle Talk. I'm talking my shit, but also giving respects to the opponent. It was a very worthy opponent. However, I already know this is for the Cowboy fans. This is for the Cowboy fans out there. All those rah Cowboy fans always got all this shit to talk about. Y'all need to look and focus on your general manager, aka Jerry Jones, aka the owner of the team. You can't just keep going quarterback, wide receiver. You can't keep doing that every game. I mean, Dak did everything he could possibly do. You talking about CD Lamb and you talk about this guy Tolbert with 5 and Tony Pollard with 5 targets there. You didn't use Cavante Turpin enough, even though he was doing special teams. But you talk about CD Lamb running up the scoreboard, trying to run it up by himself, along with Jake Ferguson. And I mean, the results, the proof is in the pudding. You got an L, man, because it's not enough. You got Dak Prescott trying to be Superman, diving over folks, trying to do reach out touchdown with the ball and stepped out of bounds because he's tired. These are mistakes that you make when you are fatigued. These are mental mistakes, and I get it. When you play on the highest level, you're supposed to, think about these things and be prepared mentally for all different situations. But at the end of the day, as I always say, at the end of the day, as you hear it a lot, the final score tells it all because you just run out of gas. You talk about the defensive front. Yes, you have a great defensive front, but you send those guys so much throughout the game that you can tell that they're breaking down within the third quarter, the fourth quarter in a lot of these games. And I'm talking about Dallas's defensive front here. I'm still talking about Dallas right now. And these are things that I noticed, and then I don't even like the team. So you're talking about coaching defensively and offensively. You got Mike McCarthy, whatever his damn name is. He's these plays he's calling are so whack, and they don't really get anybody. They're not really scheming anybody open properly. He's just saying, all right, CD, you want to go here? CD probably is telling the coaching staff, yo, I'm going to be in whatever play it is. I'm gonna go ahead and run this route right here out of the backfield. I'm gonna do this over here. They're probably just doing backyard type shit, man, when it comes down to it, because they know that it's going to come down to CD Lamb or it's going to come down to Dak. And when you're going against a power football team like the Eagles, like us, where we have rotational pieces, we have people that can come off the bench in an injury situation. We have people that can come in and plug in and sub out and take a break. And we have that type of depth, but Dallas does not have depth. And at the end, and when when the rubber meets the road, when it comes playoff time, you're not going to be able to compete with teams that can go with you in full quarter fashion, that could just grit it out and run the ball at you at will for 4 quarters. And that's exactly what we do in Philadelphia. So again, you have to look at your general manager, which is Jerry. So when he's telling everybody, we don't call people for trades, they need to call us. When he's telling people that, he needs to also understand that these things are going to come back to bite him when it comes time to play real football, real quality football. And real quality football entails having depth off the bench. Because yeah, you can say what you want to say about our backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota, but I guarantee if they would have just told him not to try to be a hero with the score being the way it was or being set up with Marcus's athleticism, I'm sure he could have gotten out of a lot of those pressurized situations just as well. And he just needed to take his time. Way better than Minshew, and Minshew kind of did his thing against the Cowboys last time. So these are the types of things you got to remember. But shouts out once again to my birds, man. I'm just keeping it real here, man. Eagle Talk, man. Eagle Talk Nation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button down there, man. It's just what we talk about. We talk about Eagles football. I'm gonna not disrespect the Cowboys as much. I'm just disrespecting the fans. The fans suck. You guys are front runners, and every time we would do something in the game or we mess up in the game, my guy in the sports bar where I was at yesterday, and shouts out to Buffalo Wild Wings, my guy that had a Cowboys shirt on, the Cowboys fan, he would get up and come over and say, "This is gonna be a good game." I was like, "Come on, man!" Every time Hurts sneezed the wrong way, he come back on. This is the type of stuff that we be talking about when it comes time to Cowboy fanning out, man. Y'all be fanboying the hell out of the things. Even Skip and Michael Irvin on national TV this morning talking about all these numbers and things like that. But just like Keyshawn pointed out, it's an L, man. It don't matter trying to justify your L. Your L belongs to you. Accept your L. Cowboys fans, man, you guys be blessed, man. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Wavvy Boy here, man, and I'm out of here.
I'ma make it happen. Who?